In this video, we will demonstrate a metal liftoff process. This is the last step in a fabrication process that started with the spin coating of about 2 microns of AZ1518. We then patterned the photoresist using UV light in a direct image lithography system. Developing the film cleared areas that had been exposed to the UV light. We then coated the patterned wafer with about 50 nanometers of metal using thermal evaporation. We use acetone to dissolve the remaining photoresist and lift off the metal above it. Metal that landed on cleared areas will remain on the wafer. We'll use 2 clean dishes and a good pair of tweezers. And since acetone is a flammable and volatile solvent, this must be done in the fume hood. We'll immerse the wafer in acetone or spray it until it's immersed. Some agitation will help speed the process. Depending on the thickness and condition of the resist and the thickness of metal, it could take a minute or much longer to fully clear the photoresist and the metal above it. The metal does not dissolve in the solvent and presents a barrier that keeps the acetone away from the photoresist. If the metal is very thick or has made a conformal coating over the resist edges, it could take a very long time. Negative tone resists can produce negative sidewalls to facilitate the liftoff process. Here you can see metal flaking off over areas that were covered in photoresist. Ultrasound agitation can speed this process. If your metal layer is well adhered, then the ultrasound should not affect the metal that is bonded to the wafer. Keep going until all the visible metal and resist has cleared. Then move the wafer to a new dish while washing off bits of metal. The metal is not dissolved by the acetone and remains as flakes in the liquid that must be washed off from the wafer and the dishes. Getting all of the metal flakes off of the wafer and the dishes will require multiple washes. After rinsing with acetone, we usually rinse with 2-propanol. Be sure to rinse your tweezers and the back of the wafer. Dry with compressed nitrogen, and then the wafer can be inspected on the microscope. If inspection shows debris on the features, return to fresh acetone for more washing.